Okay, so we'll begin by installation of Angular. So here is the command for that. First we'll open up a terminal. We'll enter this command.
Could you please send the command in the chat box?
Okay. So this will install the Angular CLI. If you are installing it for the first time, it may take some time, like 1 or 2 minutes. Tell me when everyone is done. Did the command execute successfully, or are there any issues with anyone?
Yeah, it's downloading.
Okay. So now to create new Angular app, we'll first open our terminal where we want to create a project. For example, I'll create a new folder here called projects. Okay, then we'll open a terminal or CMD if you are on Windows. Then we'll enter the command ng new name of project, like my project. Then we'll hit enter. It will ask us if we want to add Angular routing. Initially we'll say no, and then we can choose which style sheet format we like to use. There are various style sheets formats, but we'll stick to the default. Then it will install all packages, and it takes some time. Like if you are doing it for the first time, it may take even 30 minutes if your net is slow. So we'll wait a bit here.
Sorry to interrupt. What will be the final message, like after everything is done?
That is
Or if you can just tell me, yeah, if you can just tell me how to check the version, like वर्जन चेक करने के लिए कोई कमांड होगी तो वो बता दो, लाइक उससे फिर चेक कर लूंगा कि इंस्टॉल हुआ है करेक्टली या नॉट.
On Linux you can type which ng, it will tell you if it's installed or not. Or after installation you can just type this command ng new. And if it does not give any error, then Angular is successfully installed. And this command may take some time if you are doing it initially.
Once you are done with this, please could you just check your mic settings so that you can increase the volume, and also could you repeat the commands that you told us to do after the installation is done?
Is my mic now good?
Much better, thank you. And could you please again tell us what to do after the installation is complete?
Okay, after the installation is complete, you open the folder where you want to create a project. Like I have opened this projects folder. Okay.
Okay.
Then we'll open a terminal in that folder where we want to create a new project. Or if you are in Windows, you have to open CMD or PowerShell.
Okay.
Then we enter the command ng new and then name of the project, like my project 2.
I'm just trying to open
Then
the
we'll
one in the folder. Just give me.
okay. Any problem till here?
How much time should it generally take to like start the new project? Or
Well, it downloaded approximately 335 MB after all this. So I think it may take 10 minutes or more
uh,
initially.
okay, okay,
Okay, so and from next time it will not take much time because it will use the cached packages which it has already downloaded. So for me it will work fast, but if for first time then it will take time.
yeah, okay, cool.
Okay, so we just use this ng new my project. Then it will ask if you would like to add routing, and we are saying n here because we don't want that right now. And then it will ask us which style sheet. Excuse me.
What is my project 2? Like you said, ng new my project
It's
2. So
it's the name of the project that we want to create.
okay, so we can give any name right now, irrespective of whatever name we've given to our folder, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Then we have to select the style sheet format. If you know any of these, then you can select that. Otherwise, CSS is also good.
Okay, so I'll just select CSS then.
Yes, no problem. Then it will install all the packages, and it may take some time. Okay, when you are installed, then it will say packages installed successfully. Shall I move forward?
No, wait for like everyone. It will take some time, right?
Yes.
So wait like 5 to 10 minutes and keep the commands window open so that whoever joins late they'll be able to.
You can also
Yeah,
see it here. I've created this thing.
yeah. Just keep it so that once everyone's done with the installation, then you can move ahead. So let's wait like 10 minutes probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, Harshit.
Yes, sir.
It is asking which style sheet format would you like to use?
You CSS?
Only CSS, no?
Yes, CSS is fine.
Okay.
My installation failed due to some reason. Could I send a photo of it, or do you want me to share my screen?
Anything is fine. Anyone.
Amira, could you give me screen share access, please?
Same happened with me.
Maitreyi?
Yes.
Okay. Fine. So let's just see what's going wrong. Amira, please give me screen share access.
Yeah, Harshit, how much time it that generally takes to install in the
If your
folder,
net
I guess?
if your net speed is good, then it may take 4-5 minutes.
Okay, fine.
See, this is what happened, Harshit.
Wait 1 minute.
This worked, and suddenly some warning came. Host inaccessible. Was it because my network had a break, like I switched from one network to another,
Yep.
right?
Yes.
So if I do this
Yeah.
again, will it work on the
No.
same my project or no?
No, you'll need to create a new project directory or
Okay,
delete the old project directory.
I'll delete it. That works.
Maitreyi, what was yours?
Maitreyi, is the same thing that happened to you?
Actually, it is not even installed yet.
Okay, so probably that's why. Let's see if this works. Anyway, thank you, Amir. You can give screen sharing to Harshit again.
If anyone has any errors or doubts, just put forward now, so that once we move on, it will be easier, so that everyone is at the same pace. Okay? So it will be easier for Harshit also to solve those doubts right now. And if you don't have any doubts, so you can just put up a message saying done installing and done creating the project in the chat box. That will be good.
My installation failed again.
What did it say?
1 second. Request has been deprecated. Something Chowkidar 2 will break on node V14 plus upgrade to Chowkidar 3, something like that. I have no idea what it means.
That's warning about breaking in future. That's not an issue. It comes.
Error of unexpected end of JSON input while parsing near something. And then again error. Something cache logs में कुछ है already something. Should I just create a new project with a new project name? Will that work?
Hello?
Try to create some name which is.
Hello?
Yes.
It is asking permission for something like, would you like to share anonymous users data with the Angular team at Google under Google's privacy policy?
Yeah.
You
Type
can select yes or no.
and enter.
What should I say, yes or no?
No.
Okay.
Harshit,
Yes.
I don't know. Like my screen is like it's only showing installing packages from I think about 2 to 3 minutes. Just that.
This
I can't see
first
the progress.
first time it will take a little bit more time.
I have a good network connection, I guess. So that's it. Should I share the screen with you?
Wait 1
Okay,
minute.
fine. Fine. It went ahead. Wait.
Okay.
Hello, Harshit.
Yes.
Mine also failed. It is showing that schematic workflow failed.
Can you send the screenshot of the last lines?
Yeah, okay. 1 minute.
What is the final message that we will get, Harshit?
Harshit, I've sent a
Installed
screenshot. Could you
package.
please check it?
It says successfully initialized Git.
Yes, that's the final message.
Thank you.
I sent a screenshot. Could you please check that?
Yeah, I have also seen the screenshot.
Yeah, that's my
Screenshot.
the one that you. Okay.
Well, what did you enter for project name?
My project.
What?
This thing. Try to create folder without any spaces. Sometimes it gives error because of that.
There wasn't any space in my project. It was joined.
Are you sure the net is fine? Because sometimes it happens because of that.
I'll check again and then get back.
My net is quite fine actually.
Hello.
I'll
Harshit,
again
hi.
draw.
Even I am getting some kind of problem in installation. I have put up the screenshot in the chat box.
Can you run your CMD as administrator and then retry?
Okay.
Okay. I will also do that.
Pardon?
I will also run the CMD as administrator, and then I will take care of
Okay.
it.
You can also try this command. This will not install the packages initially, it will only create the files. So if you are having internet issues, then it will not give any error right now.
I'm so sorry, could you please send the command again, the original one that we had to put?
Original?
Not the installation one, the one for creating the new project.
We have to add Angular routing, right?
No, not right now.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm trying it again using it as administrator this time. Let's see.
Okay.
And it failed again.
You can
Share
try
your
this
screen.
one.
Okay, give me access.
बाकीच्यांचं झालंय का?
Again,
नहीं
schematic workflow
एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर
failed.
ट्राई करती है.
ओके. बाकीचे ज्यांचं होत नाहीये त्यांनी सांगा. आय विल गिव्ह शेअर ऍक्सेस द स्कीमॅटिक वर्कफ्लो. This is admin command form.
Can you add that package while creating dash dash skip dash install?
ng new
New.
Name of project?
project name dash dash skip
I think
Dash,
try
dash,
to remove
space
one.
without,
space space Yeah.
dash dash.
Skip
skip dash install.
dash.
Correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Successful. Is this done?
Yeah.
Then there might be some issue with your network.
So this is my current project. Okay.
Now cd into that folder. Project 1, my project 1. npm dash install. No dash, no space, sorry. No dash.
npm space install.
Okay. Enter.
Yes.
Yeah. Hmm.
Error.
Actually, I think the name of the project, my project one is not valid. It's giving the error.
But I put my project normal also. तभी भी तो नहीं हुआ.
Can you try once more without one ng new and that thing?
My project. Correct? Is this fine?
Yes. And then space dash dash skip. Okay, never mind.
Let's see if it happens now.
Okay, I guess Shruti had some error if I'm not wrong.
Still failed.
Yeah. Now Harshita, go to this path, C users Gemra roaming / npm cache. Delete the npm cache folder.
हाँ आगे.
App data सबसे ऊपर सही तो रहेगा.
Okay.
Search for it ना app data.
सबके रहता है
Recap it.
डेटा. See, this is
Yeah, that's it. This is office का. Node का देख.
That's what. How do I? Okay.
Just check for npm or something like that. Search for npm.
This?
No, this is for Python. Search for node. So get the node folder. Hello.
हाँ देखना.
Node search कर.
किया ना देख.
I'm seeing npm.
npm cache delete करू ना.
हाँ ट्राय कर. तिकडेच एरर दाखवतोय ना तो.
Let me change my network.
हो npm cache मध्येच
तुला
error
network नाही
दाखवतोय.
करा.
Yeah.
roaming npm cache.
Can you see मैंने नोड किया that way?
No. It's frozen now. Yeah, now it is
Your network or
available.
mine?
No, yours. Node is available. Copy this path into your search result ना. CMD पे path आया है देख पीछे एक.
Gemra app data.
हर्षदा.
Gemra मध्ये app data आहे ना हर्षदा.
हाँ.
Harshada, you can sort that app data by creation date. Like आजची date search कर तिथे.
ठीक.
What about the others? काय स्टेटस आहे? सगळ्यांनी स्टेटस टाका तुमच्या ह्याच्यावर चॅट मध्ये. Everyone put up whatever your status is. Okay, Shreya is done, Sahil done, Ajinkya done. Okay, so you guys installed all the packages also, right? Yeah, perfect.
Just give screenshot to somebody else. Like ये मैं try करती हूँ. If anybody else needs help तो उनको कर देगा.
Yeah, if is anyone else facing an error, just Vaishnavi is installing packages. प्रसन्न तुझं सॉर्ट झालं का रे?
नाही, माझे पण इन्स्टॉल होतंय npm.
इन्स्टॉल होतंय ना खरं? लाईक फेल तर होत नाहीये ना आता?
npm इन्स्टॉल होते माझं.
हा ना, मगाशी फेल होत होतं ते फेल होत नाहीये ना आता? Okay.
This is so bad. I can't find it anywhere. Can you send me a link or something, Satya?
प्रसन्न, हर्षदा, तुम्ही ही कमांड रन करा टर्मिनल मध्ये तुमच्या. पेस्टिंग इट इन द चॅट. कॅश क्लीन करते.
कॅश क्लीन केली मी.
केलीस ना? ओके हर्षदा, देन ट्राई दिस आउट. टर्मिनल में ये रन कर एंड देन इंस्टॉल इट अगेन.
ये ना अभी कर रही हूँ आगे.
हो गया? हेलो?
हो
Is
रहा है.
everyone done? Can you move on?
But yes, we can go on.
Okay. So guys, everyone else just put up what is your status. Okay, I see only 4-5 messages. Are these the only guys only people trying or what? If you are not trying, at least tell that you are not trying, so that way it will be easier for us or for Harshit. Okay, Shruti, Ubuntu, Milind is done. Okay, Milind, have you created the new what do you say, new project. Okay, perfect. Yeah, शुभम टाइम लागतो एक ऑलमोस्ट माझ्या सिस्टमवर 15 मिनिट्स लागले मला 350 MB इन्स्टॉल करता येते मोर दॅन दॅट सेम फॉर यू नेहल Harshit, does everyone need to have all the packages initially, or is it okay if they don't install everything?
To run the project, all the packages are required.
Okay. So I guess we'll have to wait. We'll wait till 6:15. Then you can start telling how to go. Then the others will just listen right now. Then they can
Okay.
continue with it. And you can have. We'll have to take a small revision tomorrow also then for the starting files.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we'll wait till 6:15, and after that you can start explaining how the project structure and everything, whatever you have planned.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Harshit, you can start now.
Okay, okay. So now we'll look at the structure of the project. And in an Angular project, there are modules that act as a container for services, components, and all the other things. So there is a module, and then there are inside it service and components. So we'll see it. So these are the files of SRC. Here we'll do all the changes to the code that we want to make. And here is the app module. This is the main module that gets run whenever we run our project. And then here we already have an app component.html. So we'll now run the project to see what it looks like. To run the project, there's a command ngserve. It will compile all the modules that we have make. So now it has successfully compiled and it can be accessed on localhost 4200. So let's open that URL. So this is the Angular page that gets to us initially when we make a Angular project. That's the default page. So if anyone runs and get this page, then tell me.
Harshit, could you please repeat once the thing where you did with VS Code, please?
We open the VS Code into that project. Like here is my project. I right click on it and open with VS Code. Now in the terminal, I can write ngserve or I can also write npm start. Both are the same commands. It runs ngserve behind the scenes.
Okay.
Then it will compile everything, and then in the end you will see a message like Angular Live Development Server is listening on localhost 4200. Okay, then you can open any browser and you can go to this link. Then you will see a page that looks like this initially. If anyone gets this page, then tell us, then we can move forward.
How much time does ngserve generally take?
It doesn't take much time, like 1 or 2 minutes, I think.
Because it's not moving ahead on my system.
Does it say it's compiling?
Nothing, it's just stuck there.
Wait for
So yeah,
some time.
Harshit, I got it on my page. That's fine. Working.
Okay, so now if we see this, there is app.component.html and it has all the HTML files that were getting displayed on that screen. So we will select everything and then we'll delete it.
Can you close the FCC window on your right? Yeah. Or minimize it rather. Yeah, thank you.
Fine. Okay, so we will delete everything from app.component.html, that's dummy data that we get, and we can write anything like HTML. Now we'll save it and we can see that it automatically recompiled. And if we open that page again, you can see that now it shows this Angular app. So now we'll see what's inside a component. So component is the most basic UI block for Angular app, and we can have many components and they are used for code reusability. Like a component can do, like we can have a card component that displays different cards. So a component has mainly 4 files in it. One is the HTML. It contains the HTML that gets displayed to the user. Like we saw this one here. It's the app.component.html. Then there is a TS file. It has the state of the component, like all the data and whatever methods you want to define. There is app.component.ts. This thing has a class which is same as the name of the component, and we can add data here. Then the third is CSS. In this we can write the CSS rules, but these rules will apply only to that component. It will not apply to any other component or childs of that component. Here is the CSS file, and then at last we have spec file. This is for testing and we don't use it much. It's if we want to test our application against unit test or any other test that we want. Okay, so this was the component, and to create more components we can use this command ng generate my component, ng generate component name, or in short ng-gc my component. Let me show you to create a component. ng-gc and then any name that we want to give in, like it creates a component named test. Schematic. Well, this error I think is due to network issue. Okay, so we have created the component. Now how do we use that component here? Because if we see it, there is no change here. Okay, so we go to app component, and you see here is a selector here. Now this selector can act as a HTML tag, and wherever we add the selector, this component gets displayed there. Like in app component.html, I type the selector app text. Now see, this test component comes here. And I can also repeat it many times, like I have created this 4 times, so now the component gets displayed 4 times. So it helps in reusability, like we can create the component once and reuse it. It's a paragraph here, and we can change it like see this displayed 4 times. So till here, any doubt?
Hello.
Yes.
So you changed, you made the component and then you added the component as a HTML tag in which file? App.component.html, right?
You can add this HTML in any this tag in any HTML file. It will get displayed there.
Okay. But currently on our on our localhost 4200, this file is getting displayed, right? App.component, right?
Yes, this file gets displayed.
Okay, cool.
So now we'll see data binding, that how we can use the data inside the TS file to get displayed into HTML. So first we have string interpolation. Let me show you. Like in app component.ts, like I have to say name. Okay, so I added a property here named name, and it contains a string named test name. So in app component, I can use two angular brackets, and then I can write the name here. So now it will look for any variable with the name. It will look for any variable with the name within the same TS file. Like it's in app component.html, so it will look inside app component.ts, and if it exists, then it will show it on that place. Like we get it here, test name. So this is string interpolation. We can also call methods inside this. Like I have added a method, it will return so I can also call this method here. In the end, it should get resolved to a string. Okay, so string from method. Then the second way to input the data is property binding. Like we have a div here, and we can also set its inner HTML. Okay, we can set property like this. Okay, never mind. Like we have the properties of HTML elements like inner HTML and all those things. We can add a round bracket here, no, square bracket, and then we can type that thing like inner HTML is equal to whatever it is, name. Okay, so this div, whenever we add this square brackets, the thing inside this quotes, it acts as a code. So now it will set the inner HTML to a variable which is named name, and in the it will search it in the component.ts. It gets a variable named name, and it sets the inner HTML to that thing. And again we can call methods here too. Okay, same thing. So these were the two things. Now there is event binding. This is used to send the feedback from HTML to the TypeScript file. Like for example, I'll add a method here, click. This I'll just alert. Okay, so I have a method here, clicked, that displays an alert message of button is clicked. So now I'll create a button. And generally we have seen we have a on click on this. on click is equal to, we add some code here like click. So in the Angular way, we add a round bracket and then we add the method. What's that called? Like we are reaching for click event, so we write click, and then again this thing inside the quotes gets treated as code, so we can call any method on the TypeScript file like click. So whenever the click event occurs, this method gets called. Okay, it displays like this. And then there is a thing, two-way binding. It's mainly used for input tags. In that we first have to import the forms module. So I'll go to app module. This is the module file. It has all the imports and declarations. So in imports, I'll write forms module. I'll import Okay, so now we are importing forms module from Angular Forms and we are importing it into our app module to get the two-way data binding to work. So now I'll create an input tag. Okay, so this input tag comes here. Now we generally, what we like to do, we set a value here using property. We set a value like we have name here. So we set its name. Okay, so it gets initial value of name. Then we also have to create a change method. Like whenever it changes, we have to update the value of name, otherwise this thing will never get changed. So to get rid of all that, there is a two-way binding. The syntax for this, you can also see it here, ng model. So what it basically does is it sets the inputs value to whatever value is in the name variable, and whenever we change the input, the value of the name variable also gets changed accordingly. Like we write this, as you can see, this also gets changed because we are displaying name here, and name's value gets changed whenever we input anything into the form. So that was two-way data binding. Okay, so any doubt to anyone?
Can you tell how you imported the forms module?
Okay, we go to appmodule.ts and then we have to add a line here like import and then curly braces and then forms module from @angular/forms. These packages are installed automatically when we create a new Angular project, and then we add this into imports area.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so now we'll try to create a simple application of counter. In this we'll have app component.html and app component.ts, like the basic which we get when we create a new app, and it will have a property of counter which is a number 20, and then it will have two functions, increment and decrement. What they'll do is one will add counter +1 and the other will decrement counter by -1. And in this we'll have two buttons and a display like that. We'll display it using property bind string interpolation, and then we'll use the event binding to call these functions whenever we click on one of the two buttons, increment or decrement. Okay, the structure is clear to everyone? Okay, so we'll begin this. Now we'll go to app component. I'll remove everything that is here right now. I'll add counter is equal to 0, then a function increment, as it is a class, so we have to use the this keyword. Okay, so we have created our two methods. Now we have to change the component file. First I'll display the counter here using string interpolation. Then I'll add two buttons. And I'll add the click listener to call increment, and here this will call decrement. Okay, successfully compiled. So now let's wrap this inside an H1. Okay, so we now have value here and two buttons that say increment and decrement, and whenever we click this, the counter goes up and down. Okay, so that was all for today. Yes, one more thing. All the codes like this thing, counter, and all these nodes which are here, all will be available in GitHub repository. This is the link for that. I'll paste it. Okay, so after this session, if you want to practice and you get stuck, you can re-see the code. So this is the counter which we'll make. It's like a basic view of that, high level view. So in app component.ts, we'll have a counter, a variable name counter, which will have its initial value 0. Then we'll have two methods, increment and decrement. What they'll do is increment will increase the counter ++, and decrement will decrease the counter. And in the HTML file, we'll display this counter using string interpolation, and then whenever these buttons are clicked, we'll add a click listener to them and call these functions. Okay, and so here is the code. This is the TS file. It has a counter. This is property of the class, and then we have two methods, increment and decrement. And these, like we discussed, this will increment the counter and this will decrement the counter. And in the HTML file, inside the h1 tag, we'll display the value of counter, and whenever button is clicked, we will call the function increment or we'll call the function decrement. So the value of counter gets changed inside the TS file, and that change is reflected instantly in HTML. Okay, so any doubt or question?
Sir, we are using Jinja over here now.
No, these are syntax of Angular. Like this is string interpolation. We can also use property binding here. Like inner HTML is a property of h1 tag, so I can type inner HTML or inner text. So these are Angular syntax. So now this is using inner HTML. This is using string interpolation. Both will do the same thing.
Okay, means they don't have any connection with Jinja. Means it's totally for Angular.
Yes, it's Angular syntax.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. Also note down the repository link which I sent, and if you want to practice and you get stuck, then you can see the code on GitHub, and also these notes will be available there in case you want to see the syntax or how to generate new project and all those things. Okay, so if no doubts, then the session is over.
Okay, so I guess when will we take the session tomorrow?
Same time, 5:30.
Okay, 5:30 is good for you. Okay, fine. So tomorrow
Yes.
start a bit with I guess revision.
Yes.
Something like that.
Okay.
So that way, I guess some people didn't get their projects ready and stuff like that. So we can have that tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, we'll re-see this counter example.
Yeah, that works. I'll host the meeting at 5:30.
Okay.
So yeah, everyone can start leaving. If anyone has doubts, ask them. And if you have no doubts, just put up a message saying that you have no doubts. Yeah. Okay. And Harshit, ask everyone to post screenshots on the groups so that you'll know that they have tried and stuff like that. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Shubham, we'll see your error later then. Okay, so fine. Yeah. Okay, fine. I'll end the